Well, hi everybody, and good Wednesday morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here. Mostly quiet conditions as most rain and thunderstorm activity is in the eastern and northeastern part of the state of Nebraska. Most of us will stay dry today with just a slim chance of rain and thunderstorms, but like yesterday, a couple of isolated locations could end up under some pulse-type thunderstorms like what we saw yesterday when a couple of those out there produced some heavy rainfall, some gusty winds, some small hail, and a little bit of lightning and thunder with that as well. I think the chances are actually lower today compared to yesterday, but some of those could continue into the evening hours. Once we get past sundown, the chances will get lower, although non-pulse type thunderstorms, more just general showers and thunderstorms, will be rolling across northern Nebraska. That's where your best chance of maybe a little severe weather would be later on this evening. And we may get a little bit of activity that comes through the rest of the area overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. It's just a slight chance, but we might have some of that. Now, much of your Independence Day, 4th of July is going to be a quiet day as mostly sunny skies return. I don't have much for precipitation in the forecast during the day tomorrow, but southeasterly winds a little on the breezy side. They are going to pump in the humidity. It is going to be a muggy day in central and eastern Nebraska, and the heat bumps up a little bit more as well. So dew points, which is a pretty accurate measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, they're going to be in the mid and maybe even upper 70s. That is oppressive humidity. It is going to be very uncomfortable. So if you have plans outdoors tomorrow, lots of water. You're going to be sweating a lot out there tomorrow in the heat, with the heat and the sunshine. It's not going to be a real comfortable one. So try to get inside and spend some time in some air conditioning as much as you can. Now, for the evening hours, we'll kind of take this ahead just a little bit for the evening. The chances of rain are pretty slim prior to midnight for most of central and eastern Nebraska. So a lot of fireworks displays going off, of course. Most of us won't have to contend with rain and thunderstorms. The chance is pretty small. But out west, there could be a complex of storms, or maybe one or two complexes that could start to develop and make their way through. So those areas have the best chance of rain and thunderstorms. Those will push eastward later in the night into central and eastern Nebraska. And that does bring us a chance of some severe weather for late tonight, or late tomorrow night and early on Friday morning. Now, jumping back a bit, first off for today, and more so for tonight, small chance of severe weather across the north and the northwest. Better chances up in the Dakotas. Now that said, even though there's not a highlight of green in the Tri-Cities area and other parts of Nebraska, northern Kansas, one of those pulse-type thunderstorms could be enough to maybe produce some strong wind gusts up near 60 miles per hour. It would be close to severe criteria. Now tomorrow, a more widespread area highlighted in green, and this is more so for tomorrow night. Again, with that complex of storms moving through later in the night, some severe weather is possible, more likely the farther north and west that you go. Now, that frontal boundary that's coming through starting on Thursday and Thursday night will continue to pass through Friday, and that may still bring some severe weather to the area on Friday. Friday and Friday night's actually the area's best chance of rain and thunderstorms overall, as we could see a more widespread rain and thunderstorm activity. Severe weather chance still there, not as high though. But today's temperatures, upper 80s and lower 90s for most of us. Some humidity, not an overly pleasant afternoon, a little bit above average for this time of the year. 60s and 70s for lows tonight with some 50s out west. And then tomorrow's heat, probably one of the hottest days in our forecast with upper 80s and lower 90s, some mid 90s again. But that humidity is going to be up there. It is going to be rather uncomfortable. Heat indices could exceed 100 degrees. Starting to see the cooler air off towards the northwest. More of that moves in on Friday. More in the way of highs in the 80s, maybe some lower 90s still in the southeast, and some 70s out west here. So some cooler weather is going to move in for the upcoming weekend ahead. As we look at that long-range forecast, again, slight chance of rain and thunderstorms later today and tonight. A little bit better chance tomorrow, not so much tomorrow evening, but after midnight tomorrow night, that better chance. And then the best chance comes Friday afternoon and Friday night. Humid the next 3 days, but like I said, tomorrow is the worst of the heat and the humidity. Still some humidity Friday, and then we get a little bit of a break from it Saturday and Sunday, plus it's going to be a little bit cooler. Still a chance of rain and thunderstorms now. It's just mostly a slight chance Saturday and Sunday, as the better chance Saturday will come early in the morning prior to sunrise. And then as we get into Monday and Tuesday, still slight chances of rain and thunderstorms. Some humidity starts to return and temperatures return to the upper 80s, close to our average high for this time of the year. So look at that long-range forecast down the road, 10 days. Still mostly lower, mid-80s even down the road here, so not a lot of heat, not big-time heat ahead of us at least, not like what we had last weekend. So temperatures kind of hovering a little bit above or a little bit below normal. The coolest days again over the weekend. But like I said, the big focus tomorrow, the heat and the big-time humidity combined, that's going to make it for kind of a nasty one out there for tomorrow. In fact, you know what, I'm going to kind of improvise a little bit before we go here. Look at the future dew points for tomorrow, or today and tomorrow. Again, you see those dew points getting into the upper 60s and lower 70s today. Now let's look ahead to tomorrow, see what it does here. I haven't really looked at this yet, but and this one's got lower 70s for dew points, but I have seen some models that push dew points into the mid and upper 70s tomorrow, and that would be some pretty uncomfortable air if we get that. So if it's lower 70s, it's more of what we've been seeing, but you start talking mid and upper 70s, that's very, very high humidity, so we'll see. But again, like I said, tomorrow will be the most uncomfortable day of the next 7 days, and of course most of the rain chances holding off until later tomorrow night, mostly after the fireworks displays are done. All right, with that, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you all for watching today. I will be back at work tomorrow. I'm working for the 4th of July, so I'll be with you tomorrow morning around 7 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, you can stay tuned and watch. I think Kit is working the next 2 or 3 nights. I'm not sure if Tim is working or not, but either way, you'll look at it, watch their forecast later on today for more on the upcoming holiday and the weekend ahead. Thank you all for watching. Take care. God bless. Bye.